How we are doing? So, just a wee quick run through for anybody that may come becoming across this or watching for the first time. We were born into this system, with an education system, with peers, and sold an attitude to look up to your peers, to respect your elders, to listen to what your mother and father and your school teacher tells you. Through that process you were told that you lived on a spherical, oblate sphere Earth, wasn't through a vacuum. You never ever addressed that claim properly. The institutions that profess to be going in wee rockets and selling you images on your TV screen have deluded you into thinking you're somewhere that you're not. It has sent the world into a spin of dizziness, disempowerment, confusion, bewilderment, fear, anxiety, stress, willful slavery. You're part of the eternal stream. You're part of the infinite. You're part of the magic show. Yet here you are, believing that you're a speck of dust, insignificant, retarded, mutant, monkeyfish. You don't live there. I'm sorry to tell you. If you're somebody who professes to be following science, scientific method and all this linguistical garbage, I'm here to tell you that it's total and utter crud. I do not need a man's language, and neither do you. This reality comes first and foremost. People are telling me things and adding language onto my objective reality and the practical understanding of my reality and your reality, and that's where the confusion's happening with people. Substance, practicality comes before any language being attached to it. As soon as human beings start attaching language and interpreting things and trying to interpret things and applying a language to it, we start to get problems. All practical reference, everyday lived life experience tells you beyond any shadow of a doubt that you are existing on a level plane. As I keep saying to people, anybody that's out there that professes to be a scientist, physicist, PhD, whatever you think here, come and show me your intellectual honesty and see if you can prove to me the absurd notion that you hold to be true. This is the whole point, people. People keep forgetting this. The stance that people need to remember is that you're dealing with a claim you were born into. You're in no position to profess to anybody the full dimensions of where you think you are. What the stars, the sun, the moon, the luminaries are above you are. Nobody has any grounds to stand upon. The only thing that's happening is that human beings are applying language and trying to interpret what they think they are a part of. The heliocentric globe cult model is purely conceptual. It's based only on language. It builds mathematical concepts based on interpretations of visible phenomena. It's no reality. Reality comes first before anybody starts attaching language to it. Remember, and this is the whole point, people that are getting involved in this is what I've spoke about from the off. When you're getting involved in this, you have to clear the lines. You have to understand the position you're in. If you're an inquirer, you're questioning the validity of the claims that are being put to you in regards to where you think you are. If you maintain that stance, you're not in a position to be questioned by anybody. There is no burden of proof upon you. By applying a Socratic line of reasoning, you can question all claims that are being put to you and see if they hold up. Can they be backed by practicality? Can you understand by a mechanical means some aspect of your reality that another man is professing to know about? If you cannot, you're dealing with a liar, you're dealing with a charlatan. This is why the globe mathematical concept only exists on paper and on your TV screen. It does not exist in the world of practicality, of direct experience. None of its claims can be demonstrated in a practical fashion. Absolutely none. This is why you only ever see plastic representations, plasticine, drawings, cartoons. propaganda agents left, right and centre spewing drivel at you while incorporating and utilising NLP propaganda tactics, swaying you with tonality, with facial expression, with body language, intimidation tactics, all the signs of manipulation. This globe thing is a cult. It has seeped its way in because human beings have no taken responsibility for their own discernment or their children. They are willfully participating in a concept and an idea that we call civilization, the structure that you call society. You're offering up your children as a sacrifice type thing so that you can go and chase your delusions and fulfill your idiotic notions and desires. Without the TV and this idiotic structure that we have in place, nobody in their right mind would ever take on board any of the bullshit narratives that come from these people. The globe heliocentric model is an absurd, idiotic insult. So, I am always actively seeking discussion with anybody out there. If you would like to meet up, have a discussion, demonstrate what you think it is that you have, if you want to convince me that the Earth is indeed an abstract mathematical concept known as an oblate spheroid, be my guest. I'll be continually going to be at your universities, your colleges, your places of work, and I'm going to continually make an absolute arse out of you. Because I think it's quite clearly established that even in the realms of academia, higher education students don't even understand the reasons why they believe what they believe. They have no clue. So what does that say about your higher education and your academia? You're just part of the cult, actively deceiving people. I'm sick and tired of this. You know, some people don't need to be lying, but see, at this point, I'm tired of the lack of intellectual honesty that I'm seeing from people. It's about time you snapped out of this wee scared kitten act. Straighten your fucking spine. Stick your neck out and step up to the mark. People like me are no going to go away. This isn't going to go away. It never has went away. This globe thing is the new kid in town. It's nonsense. Sooner you lot out there start realising that, the better. Because as I say, I've yet to meet anybody who can articulate and demonstrate any of the absurd claims that come from that model. And it's not even a model under the use of the word model as I understand it, being something practical, a small representation of something bigger, or a bigger representation of something smaller, using the natural substances, the actual aspects of the thing you're trying to claim. It's a fucking toy. You go and watch a football game. There's an objective aspect to what you're observing, and that is the game of football. Now, within the 18s, you've got groups of individuals who are unified for a particular goal, but they all don't like each other. Don't be under any illusion that they're all best of buddies. That's no reality. People have got different preferences. People have got different likes, different dislikes. I'm not interested in any of that. The realms of subjectivity should never be brought into the realms of objective inquiry. So again, people need to snap out of that and start seeing it for what it is. Where are the games being played in the subjective manner? Okay, these people are either stupid or they're doing it deliberately. Either way, it should never be involved in the objective inquiry. Now what's happening is this topic's being put on the shelf, being put into a corner and given its own little corner. It's not being pushed through. People are not pushing through on the right level. If you're finding yourself in a situation of being questioned, you're having straw men attached to you. You're having misrepresentations attached to you. You need to get yourself out of that situation. So for me, I always wanted to display a methodology for you people out there to hopefully utilise and get something for. And if I've done that, fine. That was it. That was my incentive. My goal has been realised. The other aspect of that is to keep the pressure on these universities. It's the universities and their bullshit nonsense of peer review and their, false superiority that's the issue. Because it's no your mum and dad out in the high street that are teaching your children about fucking, Big Bang cosmologies and heliocentrism. It's not them. It's the official lines that are doing that. It's the official lines that have to be pressurised. What's happening is it's been reaffirmed in their mind that it's a bunch of fringe loonies acting like Jehovah's Witnesses and that it's some sort of religious inquiry or model or concept or whatever you like. That's what the majority of people are thinking about it. Intangible objects that you can only see as a 2D representation do not define, nor do they give you measurable proof of the shape of the earth. It's a waste of time. All that's going to happen is you're going to invoke a never-ending debate because it's fantasy. These are no things that we can understand in 3 dimensions. They can't be quantified properly. They can't be understood properly. 2-dimensional representations that are being interpreted into mathematical models of interpretation. That's what they are. I thought we understood the pitfalls of that type of thinking. I thought we understood that it has to be eradicated. I thought we were trying to move and evolve our thinking. Raise your intelligence. No perpetuating it under the guise that it's truth and we're going to make a difference and all that, because that's not what I see. What's allowing this to happen is that the mainstream media now are creating a wee corner, a wee secure corner, and basically saying subtly, okay, we accept there's these people and this question's there, but look at them. They're just a bunch of crazies. They just need security from each other and their wee conferences and their wee safe corner, and that's fine. Just like the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Jesuits and the Protestants and the Catholics and the friggin', just give them a wee corner. Now this isn't an ideology. This isn't fantasy. This is about real people standing firm on what is objectively true and what they can demonstrate to each other so that we can highlight and eradicate the people that are amongst us playing fucking manipulative games, actively trying to deceive our children, creating structures that benefit them. Well, decent, good people are suffering. It's just no truthful. There's no honesty, there's no integrity behind any of it. These people are selfish. They're the narcissists. They want a limelight. They want attention. They want you to be controlled because they're insecure. And these people that are insecure are the most vicious people because they will do anything to satisfy that insecurity. And that means gaslighting you and I, lying, manipulating, stealing, whatever it takes. I'm just not made of that stuff. I have integrity. I have a fucking spine. I have self-respect. This question is objective. It has to remain in the realms of objectivity. People need to start recognising when things are being attached that are in the realms of subjective. Things that are being attached to manipulate you on an emotional level. Objective reality is not trying to manipulate you. Objective reality just is cold. It is what it is. What you experience isn't a lie. Bodies of water, lying contained in level, are not telling you lies. They're practical references for you to understand your reality. You don't need language. You don't need groups of people showering you with fluff. Snap out of it.